The eternal conflict between the luminous Devas and the shadowed Asuras raged like an unending storm, shaking the balance of the cosmos. At its heart stood Tarkasura, the Asura commander blessed by the boon of the rarefied god, Lord Shiva. No ordinary power could vanquish him, and his tyranny had plunged the worlds into despair. The Devas, though valiant, found their strength faltering in the face of this heretical might. The prophecy was clear. Only the progeny of Shiva could end this terror and bring closure to the Tarkamya war that had blazed for 1,000 years. But fate was cruel. The Devas, reeling under the curse of Umadevi, were rendered barren, unable to create the one warrior who could stand against Tarkasura. Their plight deepened as the war dragged on, their forces dwindling against the unyielding Asuras. Driven to desperation, the Devas ascended Mount Kailas, where Shiva, the lord of cosmic dance, resided in eternal bliss with his consort Umadevi. Bowing low before the supreme god, their voices carried the weight of countless prayers and unspoken anguish. O rarefied one, guardian of all creation, your effulgent seed possesses a potency no realm can withstand. The worlds tremble under the mere thought of your progeny. We beseech you, retain your divine potency within your own radiance, for it cannot be borne by any mortal womb or plane. Shiva, the serene destroyer of illusions, opened his eyes, glimmering with the brilliance of unmeasured universes. His deep voice resonated like a cosmic echo. So be it. Yet, what is already stirred cannot be restrained. Tell me, O gods of eminence, where shall this unexcelled potency, now irrepressible, find refuge? The Devas, or by the magnitude of his power, spoke in unison. O Mahadev, the earth, Bhulok, shall endure it. The sacred soil shall cradle your refulgent potency, for it is the only realm capable of bearing such divine brilliance. Thus, with the consent of the supreme god, the divine potency spilled onto Bhulok, its incandescent radiance cascading across the cosmos. On the Deva's appeal, Agnideva, the god of fire, consumed the potency, for fire alone could embrace all that came into its touch. But Agni's fiery nature could not extinguish this power. It could only act as a vessel. The essence was later released into the celestial stream of Akash Ganga. Within her womb, Akash Ganga carried the embryo of Shiva's son, the child destined to save the worlds. But even her boundless divine energy began to falter under the burning intensity of the unborn's radiance. Overwhelmed, her luminous form began to dim, and she cried out in anguish to Agni Deva, "O Agni, the devourer of all things, hear my plea. The life within me burns like the very essence of the sun. I cannot bear it any longer." Agni Deva, witnessing her plight, felt both sorrow and urgency. His blazing form flickered as he spoke. "O Akash Ganga, the child's brilliance is beyond the heavens. Spill the embryo onto Bhulok, the earthly plane, for only the soil of earth can sustain such unparalleled effulgence." The gods convened, and preparations were made to send the divine child to earth. Yet, even as plans unfolded, the gods realized the child would need protection, for the Asuras would surely seek to end his life before he could grow into his destined might. The Devi, her voice resonating with celestial wisdom, declared, "The Devas are bound in war, but the child must not be left unguarded. I shall summon a protector one of unmatched strength and loyalty, who will shield the child and prepare him for his divine purpose. Her voice called through the heavens. Hutashana, in a burst of light, a figure appeared, a warrior enshrouded in blazing gold, his armor shimmering like molten fire. His insignia bore the mark of Surya Deva, the sun god, and his presence radiated a fierce, otherworldly power. Bowing before the assembly, the warrior paid his deference. Agni Deva, his fiery form flickering with awe, exclaimed, "The Abhaswaras, fragments of Surya Deva himself." Such brilliance is rarely witnessed beyond the solar realms. Devi nodded, her gaze unwavering. Hutashana is no ordinary warrior. He commands the Abhaswaras, the protectors of cosmic light. His duty transcends galaxies, shielding creation from darkness. Under his protection, the child shall be safe. Hutashana's voice rang with unwavering resolve. "I accept this sacred task. I shall guard the child with my life, train him in the art of war, and prepare him to fulfill his destiny. No harm shall come to him under my watch." Thus, the embryo was spilled onto Bhulok, and Hutashana descended alongside it, a blazing beacon of protection. The earth trembled at their arrival, the soil imbued with the radiance of a divine mission. In time, the child grew under the watchful eyes of Hutashana, learning the ways of war, strategy, and divine purpose. When the moment came, the boy, now known as Kartikeya, rose as the warrior of legend. The Devas, united under Agni Deva's leadership, anointed him as Skand, the commander of the celestial army. His radiance outshone the stars, and his valor shook the heavens. With his unparalleled might, he triumphed over the demon armies and slew Tarkasura, bringing an end to the Thousand-Year War. The heavens rejoiced, and Kartikeya's name was etched into the annals of cosmic history, a beacon of hope, a warrior of divine origin, and the savior of the realms.